Alright guys, in this quick video we're going to go over the best carb sources while cutting, aka losing weight. So these are all the carbs that I personally eat when cutting. These are my favorite ones. Some of these might not be in your favorites. These are just my top ones to eat while cutting because I feel like they're really tasty and they also fill me up. Alright, so number one is potatoes and sweet potatoes. I should have put these like 1A, 1B because I really eat these pretty much every day, all day, while cutting, bulking, maintaining, whatever. Sweet potatoes and potatoes. One, they're really good, especially if you cook them right. Sweet potatoes are pretty easy to cook. So are potatoes. There's a bunch of different ways to cook potatoes. I just put them in the microwave, then fry them in the pan, and they taste amazing. Same with sweet potatoes. You just put them in the microwave and eat as desired. So these are two great carb sources while cutting. Okay, I went to Google and found out how to pronounce it, legume. So number three is legumes, and you want to combine, I like to combine them with brown rice. That makes it taste really good, especially if you're vegetarian. Brown rice and combining it with legumes or whatever are really good because one, they're filling, two, they're packed with protein, and you can also have this mixed with brown rice and then some sweet potatoes on the side. You're golden. That's a really good way to fill you up and just have a tasty meal. Number five is berries. Berries are really good because I usually just eat them by themselves while they're frozen. They're really tasty and I think they're a great snack to have while cutting. However, you can also put them in Greek yogurt or really anything. I like to put them in protein shakes or any shakes for that matter, or basically anything that's sweet. You add berries on top, add them to your cereal, your oatmeal. They're really good for cutting. And the next one is rotini, pasta, noodles, whatever you want to call them. I specifically get this brand, the Protein Plus brand. Basically for every 2 ounces you get 17 grams of protein, and believe it or not, I use a high carb diet while cutting. So hear me out. I know you're probably thinking like I misspelled that or meant to say low carb diet, but no, I do a high carb diet while cutting. Here's a sample meal of mine that is on this high carb diet that I'm doing. So this meal is a big meal. This is something I use while cutting, and I also use intermittent fasting. So if you know anything about intermittent fasting, this is like my feast. This is what I use to have my big meal to break my fast. So this is the biggest meal of the day, really. So this meal is 950 calories, 9.3 grams of fat, so barely any fat, and 182 grams of carbs, and 51, we'll just round it up, 50 grams of protein. So this is a sample meal of mine that I use for my high carb diet. And here are the ingredients. So protein pasta, 179 grams of it, 2 cups of these green peas, and just traditional Prego marinara sauce. And yeah, so this is a sample meal of mine that I use for carbs. It's all carb based really. The only protein I'm getting is from the peas and from the Protein Plus rotini. And this is a sample meal of mine of carbs that I use while cutting from my high carb diet. Now, let's take a closer look at the macros. So 181 or 182 grams of carbs basically, 50 grams of protein, 9.3 grams of fat, and 950 calories. So this is a big meal. This is like a huge meal, and it's so tasty. It's literally only 3 ingredients. You barely have any fat, lots of protein. This is a good vegetarian snack if you're vegetarian. Like I said, it was just 1 cup of the Prego, 2 cups of peas, and 180 grams basically of the protein pasta. So I'm not going to explain the whole high carb diet that I'm doing right now. Just know that it is possible to lose weight with it, lose fat with it. If you're interested in learning more about a high carb fat loss diet, check out the link in the description, you guys. But to recap this whole video, we're going to go to, these are the carbs. Again, potatoes, sweet potatoes, legumes, brown rice, berries, and rotini. Those are like the top 5 or top 6 carb sources I eat while cutting. And then we have the sample meal of mine on my high carb diet that I do right now. This is a sample meal that you can pretty much replicate on your own. It's only 3 ingredients. And yeah, so if you guys are interested in learning more about this high carb fat loss diet that I'm doing, check out the link in the description, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.